This has got to be one of the quirkiest looking audio devices ever shipped to me for review. When Manta Sleep reached out to me and told me they have this brand new product called the Manta Sleep Mask Sound, I just couldn't help myself but tell them to ship me out one for review. I'm a guy that likes to take my naps. I take at least one 15-minute nap a day. And I also enjoy falling asleep in darkness, though I don't wear a sleep mask, but I typically do fall asleep in a really dark room. But I also like listening to something for a short period of time while I'm falling asleep or taking a nap. It just helps me kind of disengage my brain and get into that sleep state quicker. Now, one of the bugaboos of listening to something is, one, if you have a spouse or significant other that doesn't want to hear sound, that totally eliminates listening to something from a speaker. So you got to take things to a more personal level. So what I typically have done is either wireless earbud, which I find at night, they fall out and they fall on the ground. Pretty good for taking naps, but not always comfortable if you're a side sleeper. I also use this. This is just a typical old Apple AirPods wired headset. This works decently well, but your phone needs to be near you, and you always risk pulling the phone down and having it fall on the floor or getting this tangled around you. So really, it's not the most ideal option. Not to mention, this is not the most comfortable thing to have in your ear while you're sleeping. So this serves two functions. One, it's a really interesting sleep mask. It has these adjustable eye cups, so you can move them around using this Velcro fitting right here to fit your face. And they fit on your face like this. So when it's on your head, you can roll onto your side without applying pressure around your eye. They're really comfortable, and these things block out a ton of light. They claim 100% light. I think that's pretty much spot on. They also come equipped with little speakers right here. You can see they're adjustable. This little tab right here pulls it side to side, so you can adjust it to the ears. It's also extremely thin and a little flexible. These are 5 millimeters thick. So when you have the sleep mask on, you can lay on your side and there's no pressure in your ear. I paired this mask with my iPhone 14. Very simple procedure. You just hold down this power button right here and you're all paired up. I've had this for about 30 days now and never had any issues with that pair dropping or being hard to access. So that's really nice. It also has these 2 buttons right here with a plus and minus. They act as both volume buttons, and you can also change tracks with them. Did have a couple instances where I was adjusting the mask. This was early on in the review period, and my finger accidentally would activate one of the buttons, bumping me off of a podcast that I was listening to. But once you kind of get a lay of the land with this particular mask, it's very user-friendly, and you're not going to run into any problems. Now, you might be looking at these and saying to yourself, they look rather thick and bulky compared to your typical eye mask. And I'd have to agree, they are. I've used eye masks a couple times in my life. They're not something that I normally reach for, but I have used them when I've been in parts of the world where the sun does not go down, such as Iceland during the summertime. But I gotta say, I have found these comfortable to wear. I'm not having any trouble falling to sleep with them on. I am a side sleeper, and this shape of this eye cup really works well. I did find early on in the review that the entire device was slipping down around my neck at some point during the night, and that's where this little optional adjustable strap comes into play. This turns out to work really well for me. Don't even feel it on top of your head, so that is a nice feature to have. You'll note that this is made with foam, but it is breathable. It has some mesh on the fabric to help keep things cool. I would say this is not something that you'd find me laying out in the sun wearing. I think it could become rather hot. In terms of breathability, definitely adds a little bit of heat. I mean, I'm a hot sleeper, so this is something that kind of pushes the edge for me, but I have worn this for numerous naps, and I've worn it to bed just about every night to get to sleep, and I haven't had any significant issues in terms of heat. So I think in that regard, it passes the test for me. These speakers work quite well. They work best when your head is leaning into something like a pillow. That's going to give you the richest, fullest sound experience. Otherwise, they're just enough away from your head that you lose a little bit of your mid-range and low end. Things like voices are still very listenable, but if you're trying to listen to music, you're going to lose a little bit of that rounded nature that really is enjoyable to hear, quite frankly, when you're listening to music. But if you lean one ear down onto a pillow, you get enough of that sensation that you're not losing a whole lot. The big benefit is when you lay down, you can't feel this driver at all. Battery-wise, they're speccing this for 20 hours of use, and that's pretty much in line with what I've experienced. One feature about this that I love is that this will shut off after 30 minutes of inactivity. So if I want to listen to a podcast for 20 minutes while I'm falling asleep or something from my white noise app, this thing will start a countdown the second a timer shuts off on my phone, and you're not wasting battery. So when you wake up in the morning, this is all turned off and you have a lot of battery to spare. Charging is achieved through this little USB-C port right there that's out of the way. You don't feel it when you are using the mask, and they do supply a USB-C power cord with the mask. So how can you buy this, and should you buy this? Well, to purchase, you can go right to mantasleep.com. They sell this for $159, and right now they're offering 10% off. So you can knock off about 16 bucks, which is a really good deal in my opinion. Should you buy it? If you're a person like me, you like to take a nap during the day and listen to some audio, or you like falling asleep at night and you don't want to bother anybody and you want that blackout sensation and have your audio to go along with it too, this is an awesome option. It's really comfortable, very convenient, so many great features. Even just having volume controls right on your face, being able to make some fine tuning to what you're listening to is just a great comfort feature to have built in. So for me, this product is a winner. I've really enjoyed using it. I'm hoping to use it for a lot longer. This is definitely something that is going to be sticking around. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. If you'd like to track me down, you can find me on Twitter at avwoofer is my handle there. And of course, you can always find me at our forum on avnirvana.com. Come on over there and talk shop about home theater gear and stereo gear. That's the place to be. You can track me down there. My username is my name. That's Todd Anderson. We'll see you soon.